Hello, 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 hello. When we all get to heaven. Hello, good night, good night. Thank you so much for joining. As you come, please hit the like button for me, please. As you come, please hit the like button for me. Let me see something. Oh, oh, oh. How do I switch? How do I switch? No, ain't that switch. Hello, the greatest. How you doing? Good night. Thank you so much for joining. Guys, I hope you all had a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and you're ready to face the new working week ahead. I know that some people working week. Thank you. Thank you so much, the greatest. Yes, he is sweet. He's such a precious little one. I don't know how people baby, trust me. So thank you so much. As you come, guys, please hit the like button for me, please. Please hit the like button. People, I said it some time ago that I hope you're doing good. Oh, yes, she replied, I'm doing great. Wonderful, wonderful. I said it some time ago that we all should ensure that we take the time out of our busy schedule to enjoy life. And you see, when we do that, it gives you a new look at on everything basically. Because you see, when you do that, you spend time with nature. I Miss Sinclair, good night, good night. I Miss McCormick, good night. Thank you so much for joining. As you come, guys, please hit the like button for me, please. When you do, you realize that God is wonderful. Me not joke. When you spend time with nature, you realize that He is wonderful because you see, as much as how you feel tired from the day-to-day activity of your life, when you take that time out, yes, you go in a water, you get lick and all of that by wave and you feel tired again. But at least at the end of it, you feel relaxed and you can look forward to a new work week. I think somehow the stress just lift off your shoulder. But thank you so much for joining. I had a wonderful weekend, and I hope you all had a wonderful one also. The way my weekend did good. Me see certain things are going on social media. I may not even comment, me not make no posts or anything. So may I do everything tonight. When me say may I do everything, I mean may I do everything in one tonight. So first, let me officially congratulate Dr. Donna Marie Gow. And let me simply state, people, you see, when you get certain award, when you get certain recognition, when that happen, you're going to realize that things going to change in your life. Doors are going to be open. Things is going to come to the forefront that you never expect. Everything just are going to reveal. And that is what happened in our life every single step of the way. Even if you're a person that just start a new job, guess what? You're going to realize that you start the new job and certain things falling apart because that's just how life is. So I have to say a big congratulations to her. I am proud of her. I'm proud of the little ghetto woman who live on the gully side, who used to be an attendant, who used to clean people toilet, who used to the downtown a juggle, a hustle to make ends meet. Now, when you speak about her, you have to say Dr. Donna Marie Gow. So I have to say big congratulations to her for that. And now, let individuals understand certain things. You see, visual impaired individuals, and the reason why I'm speaking about this, as you come, guys, please hit the like button. As I said before, me I talk about everything when I say I happen. Me never get a chance to because I was having fun. So, may I talk about everything now? You see, visual impaired individuals, I don't know how to explain it in the medical term because I'm not a doctor. But I'm in a Dubai, me never do by a school, me school by a class car. Makes sense. Me go to one class where the highest percentage me go get a 30 and 32. Was just a waste of time. So me not go bio class, me not go chemistry, me not go physics, me just left them something there alone. Because no matter how me study for them, me could have never pass them. So me not bother waste my time and got the people them class. But let people know, whenever you have someone who is visually impaired, please remember you have some people, they are totally blind, meaning what they're seeing is total darkness. They can't see nothing else, pure darkness. They will see. You have that set. You have some other set. They will see shadows and they will see stuff that is close up to them. Now, you see, these set of individuals, people at times look at them and say, but them not blind. These set of individuals are the type that tend to lose their sight because of illness, whether it be cataract, glaucoma, something. So what you realize now is that they are losing it, but guess what? They're not losing it 100%. It takes time for the sight to go 100%. So guess what? They might not see something that is a little bit distant, whether it be a 3, 5 kilo, they won't see that. But you see, when something is in front of them, they will see it. I mean, directly, they will see it. Whether it be the shadow or something. You have some dancers, you realize that they're blind. And people might wonder how they're blind and they're dancing. Guess what? Because of the shadow that they can see. That's the thing, And you have to understand that they will see the stuff. It might look blurry, but guess what? They're still seeing. They just say, look a shadow and that's how it goes. So when you see someone and the person is telling you that they're losing their sight, and you might pick up that they're staring at someone, they're making eye contact with someone, yes, they can make eye contact with the person because they haven't lost their sight 100% yet. And this normally happens with individuals who suffer from glaucoma, cataract, those type of conditions. So you will realize that they are seeing, but guess what? They're not seeing clearly like how me and you would have seen. And not even like how me and you would have seen. Because I wear glasses. So me not even can say that. Me a 4 year from me a 8. So me how much now? Almost 40 and me still wear glasses. So not even like me. But you have to understand that. You see, anytime you can understand that, you're going to realize that you're not going to look at people and you're not going to say, oh, people are lie, people are trying to do this, and no. And that's how it go. It's just like someone who is disabled and the person might look at you and they said, oh, I have trouble walking, especially if the person is a MS patient. And I'm using this because this one is close to home. If the person is a MS patient, and they will have days when they have the flare up. And when they have the flare up, you realize that they're just in bed. They have to use the wheelchair, they have to use the walker. And then they will have other days when you see them up and down and you wonder, but wait, how last week them in a bed and them I use wheelchair, then say them can't move. So how them I move this week? That's how it goes with certain conditions. And because people don't understand certain things, you realize that they will tend to say people this, people that. No, try to do your research and do it properly and make sure you get an understanding of what is happening in the person's life. And I would want for anyone out there to go and research it. Do your research. Because it no look good when time uno come and uno say people lie and people, no, it don't make any sense when you do that. When you do that, you're letting people know that, okay, guess what? It seemed like this person definitely have a motive behind why they're doing certain things. So before you come and address certain things, make sure that you do your research and you do it properly. I know someone who is visually impaired, and guess what? The person can't see me when time me there a certain distance, and yes, when time me there close up, oh, are you? And when you ask, if you're in bright color, the person will tell you, oh, you're wearing color, such, yeah. And no matter how they wear glasses, they still can't see the certain distance, but once they close up, then can recognize the shadow and so forth. Sometimes you have to go close up in the person morning for the person actually see your face. And this is another example. I know of someone in the country, and this person have a hearing problem. And when you're speaking to her, there are times when she will tell you, oh no, remember if you not talk on the left, come on the right and talk to me. Remember say my left ear is no good. Ah, you have cases like those, you have individuals like that. So you can't speak on one side. You have to go on the other side if you want the person to hear you, because in one years, the ears dead, as what she refer to it as. She said, remember, the ears are lazy, me not go hear not no tight, come on the other side. And that is how illness is. It don't lick you down one time. It take time. And you see, sometimes when you realize, that the problem start, and you don't correct it, guess what is going to happen? It is just going to stay there and it's just going to deteriorate. When you realize now that you have the problem and you need to go and seek medical help to correct it, you realize that it will get better. So please, people, before you come and you talk about people, say people are this and people are that, make sure that you do your proper research. And yes, when it comes on to a certain community of individuals, I'm talking about persons with disability, I not like here when me hear people class them as no. That is a big turn off to me, because I understand what these people have to go around, have to go, how they have to go around, what they have to deal with. I understand that. So you see, because of that, me not look down upon people when me hear them say, okay, them a lose them side, them even if Missy say me a move and them a follow me, guess what? I know you really, them not see you really. At the shadow, them a follow. Because them a see the little shadow and them a follow it. Them a see the little blurriness and them a follow it. Sometimes if you're in a bright color, sometimes they will see the bright color and then follow it. You have some, they will tell you that they lost the sight, whether it be 30%, 40%, and so forth. When you reach, you hear people say they lost 80%, not even 80, 75%, you know that at time it gone bad. But when you hear someone said, okay, 30, 40, 50, guess what? Remember, 50, there's always that 50% chance. Yes, and so forth. The next thing that I would want people to understand is that they have a certain time of the day when it seems like it got worse than some. And what I get to understand is that it's when their body is tired. You see, when they feel tired, it's like the nerves, what's supposed to make it function right, it just shut down. So they will have their days when they can't see nothing properly. When they used to see shadow, there's no more shadow. And then they will have another day when everything is back to normal, where they can see the shadow. And sometimes, oh, thank God to them, we can see a little bit. That's how it goes. So when I want to see people, you don't say the people them are scam, you don't say the people them are make eye contact, you don't say the people them are stare directly into people eyes. Understand that there are different levels of blindness. And when you understand that those levels, the different type, then you will realize that you have some total darkness, some shadow. The next thing also that I saw, what a boy, me not even like to talk about this, but people, we are all on social media. We have to understand that people are going to talk about we whether or not we like it. They're going to talk about we negatively, positively, whether or not we like it, Them are going to chat, adjust our life stay. Now, let them talk. You know, if you do nothing about it. But you see, when you try, if you go out of your way, if you do something about it, no, that not good. That not good. So you have to be careful what you do, especially when it comes on to social media. People, You have to be careful. You can't say because this a person, they depend this up. No, don't do it. Don't. You see, they have this saying, prevention better than cure. And I really saw it go for true. You see, when you can prevent something, you prevent it. But I am here tonight to speak about Judas and friendship. That's the reason why I'm going to. Oh, I don't know. Didn't hear my son, sorry. Right. I'm going to speak about Judas and friendship. And you see the reason why, people, I was watching someone. One, I realized that His Majesty provided support to AD at her graduation ceremony, and I have to say big up to that. And others also did. And I realized she was speaking about Judas and so forth. Now, you see, on social media, you're going to find some people, they're going to be the best of friends. You see, how you can know when a friendship is true? When it buck up on trials. Me mean when it got through problem, and at the end of the day, the two smarty still come out standing, still come out firm, still come out stronger than before. That's when you know a friend is a true friend. When you realize that you have wronged the person, and the person forgive you, and you and that person can have a good relationship in spite of what you said about that person. And in spite of what the person might have said about you, that's when you know that it is a good friendship. And I said it before that on social media, there are certain friendship that I would want to last. Me no business about when nobody wants say no. I want them to come out standing no matter what. And these two are in it. Them in it. And you see, when you look at it, the way they met on social media. One was with someone, but all of that. But I would want for people to understand. You see, when you look at what is happening with these two friends, you have to know that you can meet a good friend in certain situation, under certain circumstance. You can meet some good friends. And you see, when you meet those individuals, you're going to realize that they're 100% genuine. You're going to realize that them with you till the end. You see, anytime you find a friend who is willing to share with you in everything that you do, rejoice. The bad, the good, rejoice with that person, because that person is a genuine friend. The hardest thing to find nowadays, I want true friend. Because you see, sometimes you have people, they will talk to you because of what they can get from you. Whether it mean they're going to talk to you because they want the views, the content, they want to talk to you because of who you know. Guys, please hit the like button for me, please. 30 individuals, 8 likes. Wow, you don't like me at all. But anyway, I saw it go. Nobody, I saw it go. But anyway, they will be friends with you because they want the content, they want the views, they want to be associated with you because of who you know and because you can take them places. You have some, they are friends with you because guess what? They just want to say, they're my friend with you. They don't want nothing, They just want to say, oh, me and that person, they're a friend. That is what is going to happen. You see, when you can find somebody now, and you and that person go through the rocky hills, and when time you done, you realize you end up in the green pasture, the valley still, and you can laugh together, you can sit together, you can have a good time with that person. You have to give God thanks. I remember I was speaking to this young lady some time ago, and she was telling me how our best friend take away our person. And I'm like, And she said, yeah. So she not really believe in her friends. She said she not have no friend from that because our best friend take away our person. I said, but I never your friend from the beginning. She said, what make you say that? I said, no, I know your best friend from the beginning, because if it was your best friend, that would have never happened. You see, anytime you see a situation like those, when you're not a person friend, say you're not a friend, and you realize that at the end, the person gone with something close to you, something that you hold dear. No, the person was with you because they envy your lifestyle. The person was with you because the person see you with something that they like and they want to be a part of it. Sometimes they will do things, just so them can't hurt you. That's how it go. Sometimes they not even want the person, but then just want to them take away the person from you because they know say deep down it's going to hurt you. You see, when you have those type of friends, no, them are not friend. Them are Judas. They were never your friend in the beginning. But you have some, no matter what, they will stick with you. They will celebrate with you. They will go through the pain with you. No matter what, they will be there in your corner when you need it the most. Those are the friends that we all need. You see, anytime you find it, keep it. But what I realize is happening nowadays more than anything else. It's easier for you to buck up in the Judas them than the real friends. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I remember once I was friends with this young lady, and I always used to say, "Oh, this girl, I'm a friend." And somebody said, "I know your friend. The person, I'm just your friend because of who you know and what you can do for the person." And I never believe it when someone said it to me. And you know that eventually I see him, so it didn't go. Until this day, I may not even hear from the person or nothing. We don't communicate again because the person get where them did want out of me. So the person gone upon them merry way them get it now, so they're fine. So have some people, you go buck up more Judas than real friends in your life. And I'm not joking. You go buck up more. So you see, because of that, you just have to prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for them when they come. So when I was watching her and she was saying someone close to her basically betrayed her, she said another Judas in the camp. I'm like, okay. She was saying someone borrowed Donna money. She never knew about it. And she's saying that you will never see some people around her again. So basically, it seemed like it was someone who she trusted and so forth. So she was saying that she's not going to speak about it. She had to put it in her book and then she come out. And when I was looking at her face, and I'm like, so why she look like that? Because you see, people may not know if I'm weird. But you see, when you're at a certain level in your life, you see, if you have 10 people around you, expect say at least one or two of them are Judas. You see, if you have 5, expect say one of them are Judas. That's just how it is. That's just how life is. So you see, whenever you buck up on your Judases in life, nobody come and look sad and depressed over it and feel. No, you have to rejoice when you encounter those situations. And you see, the funny thing, I would hope people understand. You see, anytime you go through anything, you're supposed to move to another level. Expect that the devil is going to send these individuals in your path, expecting that it's going to slow you down, expecting that you're going to come, you're going to react a certain way. Hi, Sandy's World. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. He's going to send these individuals to slow you down. And that's the reason why I'm saying Judas. Because if you remember, Judas in the Bible, what did he expect to do? He wanted to get pay, because him say, I'm going to give him up. Then I'm going to kill this man. But what he did, he never expect that. He never expected that he was going to let everybody know that this man is the real king. He might go give life to people, basically. That's what happened. He never expect that. And it's the same thing in our life when we encounter the Judases. Them expect say what them are doing, it a go tear you down, or them a betray you, them a expect say it a go hurt, it a go want to mash you up. And you see, sometimes when they do it, I can tell that people really hurt her. I feel her pain when she was, yep, I felt it also. But you have to understand it. Every single thing you do, expect the Judas, because the Judas are going to it. So expect it. Expect it. But it is not there to bring you down. It is not there to bury you, Judas not come to do that. God not make the Judas come in your life expecting say, okay, what this person did to me, it is going to sink me. What this person did to me, I'm not going to overcome it. Me not going to be able to No, I know so it go. Just understand that majority of the times when he make you know about your Judases, he's letting you know that, hey, guess what? I am going to let you know that this person who was a part of your camp, who is with you, is your Judas. This person a fight against you. This person doing this and doing that. That is what he's letting you know. Now, when you know that, what are you going to do about it? That is the most important question. What are you going to do when you find out who your Judas is or are? Because sometimes I know one of them, sometimes I'm more than one. You have some people when they encounter the betrayal, it's like them things that them world are going to end. No, it's not going to end. It is just the beginning. It is just the beginning. So you see, when you encounter your Judas, it gives you an understanding of why the person used to act a certain way, why the person used to say a certain things or said things, why the person used to basically give you certain looks. Because sometimes, you're talking to this person, and when you're you can't turn. Me not really business with where you want to say. Or then look upon you and then make up them face, or when they see them roll them eyes and all. And maybe all along you wonder why this person not act like that, and you think say everything. No. You see, when you find out now, say the person that fight against you all along, you can't finally say, oh, that's why she did a behave so. Oh, that's why she did say that. Oh, so you realize that when you find out who your Judas is, all the dots start to connect. You start to understand why this person always a whisper on phone. You start to understand why the person either go around the corner, go take the phone call, or why when certain people are cut them ears, you finally start to understand certain things. No, you have people out there, they will see someone and maybe the person is living life and the person I live life too good. The person might look on them and say, you know what? You succeed too much. I'm tired of. And that person will try to fight that individual, every step of the way, trying to tear down the person. You'll realize that the person start to friend this a person. When the first person friend that a person, then start tell you one bag of lie about the person. Oh, say such and such did say that. And then gone over there, so, oh, say S did say that when S never said nothing. And them I carry the news back and forth. Why? Because they want to destroy you, because they want to destroy the friendship. And that happen. So sometimes you sit down and you wonder why the person act a certain way, why them do that. You see, anytime you find out who your Judas is, guess what? It is the beginning of a new dawn, new light. That is right there. You get the courage you need to move on. You look and you said, okay, then you can move forward. You can't forget about that person there. No, you can move to the next level without that person being a part of your company. But you see the funny things, people, we'll leap away because we love friends, we put we trust in our people, we tend to put our trust in the wrong one, as what the greatest said. You can't trust no one nowadays, and that is so true. You have to be careful who you have around you and so forth. You have to be careful. You see, sometimes people will introduce you to individuals, and when they introduce you to individuals, they will say, oh, let me give this a person, because they expect that that person and you may be going to fall out. That person is going to do certain things, and guess what? You see, sometimes when them do that, they create something, a friendship right there where them never expect. And sometimes they look at them and look and say, But then two people there get along. They're not supposed to get along. They're supposed to make nice of them one another and ready for ring them one another throat. As so people will look at it. But you have to understand that sometimes you encounter your Judas. And you encounter, no cry over it, rejoice. Because God has shown who every step of the way, God has shown you who was behind fighting against you, who attract to people, who are give out people information and so forth. So you say anytime you get it, rejoice. Look at it as a way, a new beginning. You see, sometime in our life, you will get that new job, you will get that new house, you will get that person who you are search for, And when you finally get the person, you realize that this one individual who you have been friend with for years, or who you would have expected to be happy for you, you realize that the person before them happy, then start bad mind you, then start cuss you out, then start say certain things. And you realize that the friendship that you thought you and that individual have, it fall apart. You're not hear from the person, you're not see the person again. I don't bring anyone in my apartment. I'm scared to. When I talk about that, listen to this. This I want something else. I have a girlfriend, and the other day I was traveling with her, and on the back seat of our car, she fully a teddy bear, When me said, we are doing so much teddy bear in your vehicle. I mean, the woman have teddy bear, teddy bear, teddy bear, teddy bear. And she start introduce them to me, Charlie, this. And I say, so why you lying them out on your back seat? So my lady say, me not carrying nobody in my car. So that's why I'm lying them out. And then she started to tell me about an incident that happened some time ago here in Jamaica. This person decided that they were going to give an individual a lift. And when they carried the person, it was two of them, one in the front, one around the back. Police, it was during that time when police will have the Walipa state of emergency. So police decided that they were going to pull them over and check. When police start check the vehicle, when them find in the vehicle, GUN, and the person end up in a jail, all three of them they take arrest. In a jail and all of that. Lose job and so forth. No know nothing about it, all because he decided that he was going to give these two individuals a lift. And you know how they finally figure out the one they were on there. He must have did say to somebody when he get bail, and I so comes, then figure out say, okay, that's how it go. That's why you hear when time people talk about certain attorneys here in Jamaica, you have to big them up because they know what them do. So me understand when you say you're not gonna bring nobody in your apartment, because my friend, she said she not give nobody where she don't know. She said if she gonna give me a lift, she gonna give me a lift. But if me I come and me I bring one stranger, she gonna left me on the stranger road. I saw my girl serious. And she spoke about another one where they found compress G in the people them bag, and went and find it, the person I tell him say, oh, I know my bag and everything. So she knew about one heap of them. So because of that, my girl said, no, but Charlie and Daisy and them stay up on the back seat. So me not carry nobody. I was like, whoa. Because maybe people look at her and think that she's selfish when she don't want to give nobody no lift. But this is Jamaica. This is Jamaica. You have to be very, very careful. Oh no, so sad. Yeah. Yep. It's sad. And when she said it to me, I said, okay, then. She said, you understand why I know my backseat full of teddy bear? Like, yep. Anytime I see her again, I go take a picture of her backseat and post it in my community so I can see the amount of teddy bear on the woman backseat. Me not joke. So back to what I was saying. You see, anytime you figure out who in your life is the Judas, give God thanks, because right there it open your eyes to the trueness, because all along you did blind. Maybe you did as a shadow, maybe you did completely blind. But now, when you know who is basically against you, who betray you, give God thanks. You hear a whole heap of people say, how then this a person, that a person. Hey, you see the weirdest thing to sometimes people are the people that were close to you, you know. When me say the close to him, I mean the people that were close to him. Me I talk about the husband, the wife, the sister, the mother, the brother, the nephew, the niece, the close family members. Sometimes they are our Judases. Sometimes you expect that they will be with you no matter what. And sometimes you realize, say, at them did they, I bury you. When you listen to stories of people overseas sending their money to Jamaica for build houses, and then when they come, none no did they. And when you hear the person cuss them out, the person gone left them, and them sit down and say, how this person betrayed me so much. I remember I was speaking to someone, and this person was explaining to me that both of them were supposed to go to the US Embassy to get their visa. One went 1 week before the other, and the other went the following week. The one that went before got the visa. The one that went on the second week never get the visa. And the person was saying that they don't understand how the person started to hack different around them. I say, what you mean? The person was saying basically that there must be certain movement with the person, and they must say, no, it can't be that. No, the person was saying that is not the reason why the person basically start treat them different, When you look at it, the one that did not get it was in a very good job, much better job than the one that got it. Have everything sorted out, house, car, everything. The one we get it, live a yard with mother. Not now, well, in a one job. Not have no car, live a yard with mother. No, you see the thing is, people, when you suspect certain things, and you say, no, man, it can't be because of that. And finally, something got happen, and you ask the person to do something, and you say, really, so I really that make the person not do it? So this person was supposed to travel and wanted someone to take them to the airport, ask the person. The person tell them, so they can't carry them, it's too early. That's what the person saying, it's too early in the morning. The flight, and not even 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock flight. It was broad daylight flight. And the person said they couldn't bring the person because it was too early. And when the person that actually took the individual to the airport was like, but wait, because the person was saying, but the same person this way said they couldn't carry the person. So how the person up so early and everything. You realize that you have those type of individuals around you. Then we look on you, and because certain things are going on, because you get something over them, you realize that them start betray you. It's like, oh Lord, this one is serious. Pregnancy, yeah, we have 2 females. Them struggle to get pregnant, they must struggle to get pregnant. They do everything for try to get one little pitney, can't get none. You see, when one finally get it, you realize that before the next one who understand the person struggling or rejoice with the person, the person might dry up with the person, not talk to the person, and that good friendship is no longer there. And you might look and you might wonder, why? And both of you went through it. Yes, the person wasn't genuine from the get-go. You see, when you can rejoice with someone, when them succeed, when them fail, you're there to encourage them to continue. You're there to, hey, don't give up. Guess what? That is what you call a friendship. But you see, when you see the person that succeed, and before you start rejoice with the person, you start bad mind the person, you start sit down and plan how this person downfall. No, you're not supposed to do that. Don't do it. And that is the reason why you have some people, they will forever be Judases in others people's life, because them sit down, and them are bad mind people over them success. They see this person are go on with life, and them are bad mind the person. And Them I wonder, oh, not now. That's why not now go on for you. That's why not now go on, because you're not genuine. So because you're not genuine, your business are going to stifle, your relationship are stifle, you can't move forward. You have to learn to rejoice with people no matter the circumstance, no matter the situation, rejoice with them. You see, sometimes when you look on people, you don't know which part them are come from, you know. You don't know which part them are come from. You don't know the struggles that they have been through. So you see, when you see them finally reach a certain level, you have to give God thanks. You have to use that person's life as an encouragement for your own. Because when you look at people's situation, it let us know that no matter where you're coming from, you can succeed in this life. Once it's the will of God, you can't succeed. You see the reason why we not succeed? Because we're stuck in our ways. We don't want to do nothing different. We're just used to the same all. We can't, it's like you can't move forward. I remember this lady was a typist. I'm like, a typist in this day? When you check it, the woman I said, I know how to use computer. And at this time, and I wonder why not she can't get no job. You will never get a job if you don't know how to use the computer. And you're going to say you're an admin assistant. How will you operate as an admin if you can't type a document? That is something that you have to look at. And you have some people, you know, you see when time them book up them people here, then cry. And I said before, then cry. Oh, when do this to me? When do the hey? No. Blessing. So anytime you see people do nothing to you, and nobody cry over it. Yes. Hi, Miss Davis. Good night. Good night. Blessings to you. Yes, you're going to feel hurt, but don't let it bring you down. Don't let it bring you down. Whenever you feel hurt about something and you're letting it bring you down, you're going to realize that make vengeance a take over. And this is one of the most dangerous things that you could ever make grab your vengeance. Because I can tell you right now, there is this popular person on social media. And when I look at this individual, I believe that this person could reach far more, well, wider audience, could get more views, everything. But you see, because of vengeance, because someone hurt him in his past, no matter the circumstance, it's like he just want this person to fail. He no wants it not happen for this person. He just a fight to make sure so they not succeed in life, you know. You see, anytime you start to do that, when you start realizing because this person betray you, because you find out that this person was a Judas, and you not accept it, you hold on to it, now you try to start fight against the person, you start make plans as to the person downfall, you're going to realize that your life a mash up. You're going to realize that you can't think properly. You're going to realize that certain things that you used to do, you can't do it again. Because all you're focusing on is the revenge. How me I gonna get back at this person? And because of that, you make Judas basically all the hope that you're having within you. And that, you know, anytime you give the person that opportunity to bury you, at that reach you, you realize you're just a stifle. You can't go forward. You can't think straight because all you're focusing on is what the person did to you, what the person said about you. But don't let it come to that. Whenever you find out who your Judas is or who are your Judases, rejoice. Use it as a stepping stone. Use it to move forward to the next level. Me hear the lady say she go put it in her book and me say, yes, there you go. Another money avenue. And at that, them not understand, you know. You see, any day people are try fight against you. And everything, every stone, them fling at you. Before it knock you out, you take it and you bill. What am I supposed to say? We use a stone bill. Anyway, you use it and bill something for your life. Oh, that was so fun. How did my dog what I do now, Lord? So I can drop something outside. Huh? Anyway, back to what I was saying. I ignore the dog. I don't know where him out there. It sounds like he might have climbed up on the table or something. The table outside. But I don't know what he's doing. But anyway, anytime you realize, anytime them a fling the stick, them or the stone them at you. Oh, stick. Yes, that is better. They throwing it at you. They might give you stick after stick because they want to take it and either blind you or lick you down with. And you take it in and you start to build a ladder. And so each one then sure, you go higher, you go higher. They not like that because imagine you start a business, you start do this, you get title, now you're going to become an author. You go write book. They don't want that. They don't want to see the person succeed. And because they don't want that, guess what? They might try their very best. I see where someone put up that they don't know of a certain school, and I'm like, to them people here, it's like they said they don't know the address and so forth. You have to understand, you see nowadays, because of this online thing, you have a lot of schools, they operating virtually. You might not know about them for years, and all of a sudden, you hear say this a school there, you hear say that a school there. I saw things set nowadays. And I like back in, yeah, me I tell you something. You see, here at Jamaica back in the days, back in my time, when I was leaving high school, they always say, oh, which university you going? You going UTech or you going UWI? That's what they used to say, You go in UTech because those were the two top universities here in Jamaica. So when you leave in high school, people always ask you, UTech, UWI, hey, you see know what it is? They can't ask you if you're going UTech or UWI, oh, which university you're going? Because you have NCU, you have UCC, you have MICO, you have UTech, you have UWI, you have CMU, you have a whole heap of them. Back in the days, I never hear about them. Sometimes, as somebody here say, oh, I go to this school. Like the other day, I heard of a new one. And I was like, where is that? I think the person said it was some beyond something university that they attended. I was like, where is that? And the person was saying, in Jamaica. I'm like, okay. Because it was the first I was hearing about it. I saw it go. It just take this one thing for you to hear about a particular place, a particular individual. That does not mean say the person not real, it not authentic, it not genuine. It just means that you never know about it all along. It just means that you're late in finding out about this. It doesn't matter if these institutions, what they offer is a 2 weeks, a 2 months, it doesn't matter. You see, what is the most important thing is you have people making the sacrifice, whether it be for 2 weeks, 2 years, 2 months, to accomplish something out of their life. You have certain people, they will sit, and when the entire life itself is like they're going to university. When you look at the things that they have to go through, the obstacle that they have to pass to reach somewhere in their life, You see, when you look upon that, their entire life to me at university. So you see, when you see them people, they just make them graduate in peace. Make them graduate. Because a whole heap of people, they struggle in this life just to reach somewhere. Some reach it faster than others. That doesn't mean say you're supposed to stop fight. That don't mean say you're supposed to stop the struggle. Because they realize it's one person I reach it and you are struggle. You try reach it and it's like, no. When you realize that somebody reach it, yes, you get it, so me can get it too. I saw you're supposed to look at things, but people don't. Before they rejoice for people in spite of everything, you realize that, oh, then start to cuss out this, then start to find problem with this. And the funny thing is that we as individuals, we love it, the negativity. Because when you look at it, Well, we continue to support it. And you wonder why? Why? Because guess what? As them say sometimes, mix up cells. Mix up cells. But in life, just know, you see, all right now, maybe somebody will listen to me and them talk about, me don't know, me don't have no Judas in my life. Guess what? Maybe the man will lie down next to you, are you Judas? Maybe the woman will lie down next to you, are you Judas? Maybe your own pitney, are you Judas? That's how it is. You can never tell who is with you from who is not. All you have to do is just start to look at things differently. I always say to people, say, expect the unexpected. As some always say, sometimes the unexpected, you always say, expect the unexpected. Like people, something licked me last week. When I say it licked me, mean it licked me for 6. I have headache for 2 days. The way that something licked me. And I always say expect the unexpected. Me did I expect it, but me never did I expect it. Me don't know if you understand what me I expect it, but me never did I expect it last week so soon when it happened. I know that it would have eventually happened, but when it happened last week, I wasn't expecting it. And because I wasn't in the mind frame for it, because I wasn't expecting it so soon, I had headaches for 2 days. And when I was looking at it, I said, but wait, no man, Me reach from the evening, I say, Mommy, check my pressure. And she said, what happened at work today? I said, check my pressure. Because my mother is a nurse. So, Sandy's world said, that's what I said too, expect the unexpected. Yep. So I said to my mother, check my pressure. She said, what? I said, just check my pressure for me. Because I really couldn't tell her exactly what happened, I said, check my pressure. I check it, I realize it did all right. I said, Lord have mercy. So really the problem I put on my head so, I mean it lick me for 6. As we Jamaican would have said, it give you a proper lick. And not even lick Jamaican would have said, it clot you. As so we Jamaicans would have said, and that happened to me last week. So I had headaches. And I remember last week, Wednesday, I was sitting down and I was like, how am I going to bounce back? How am I going to fix that problem here? And I was sitting, and someone said one thing to me, When the person said it to me, I said, okay. I never think about it too much. And I went downstairs, and when I reached back upstairs, I was like, oh, watch out. When it finally connect, when it's finally see the light, because the person said it to me and I was like, oh, there is it. Right there is a solution. Because sometimes you encounter certain things, and you think, say, oh, you're not going to recover from it. This is going to set you back. No, it's how you look at it. How you deal with that situation. Because you see, if you sit and you decide that how you're going to deal with the situation is going to make your pressure go up, you're going to sit down and consider over it. It's going to knock you for 6. It's going to clot the backside out of you. If that you do. But you see, when you can put yourself together and decide that, oh, no, you can't make it bring you down. I remember someone called me on the phone and I was so upset with the person, and the person was like, what is wrong with you? Because people, when me tell you, me feel bad. Me try my best. Me not really talk too loud. Me not really cuss people or so forth. Me just fool like that. Me want to look a country girl, so me fool like that. And when the person I was like, oh, my son. And the person said, you don't sound like yourself. I was like, oh, okay then. I so comes me know say, it did I get bad. When the person could have tell me say, me not sound like myself. And me say, no, me can't make this do me so. Me can't make it do me so. I went to work, me do what me fi do, me fix what me fi fix, and me say, all right, this is it now. So it's how you deal with the problems, how they come. You see, when Judas lick you for 6, and you decide, say, when he lick you down, and you're going to lie down in the corner, you're going to bawl, and you're not going to get up. Hey, you're going to stand there. But remember, 7 times fall, 7 times rise. So if he lick you one time, he come back and he lick you again, and he lick you again. Every time it lick you, just make sure say you get up. And when you get up, you make sure say you get up stronger than before. Because you see, anytime you learn to face your problems, face your Judases head on, it build you, it make you into a better human being. And I'm not joking. It's just you have to learn how to deal with your problems. I am not perfect, but I remember before when you used to look on blood pressure with the 180 something over one this. Hey, so my blood pressure then used to go. When me used to remember when me I go doctor and doctor tell me say nothing wrong with me, I stress. I'm like, what the frig? Stress can make you sick so? I'm not joking. I used to have headaches. So because of that, it's not a lackadaisical attitude, It's just an attitude where you understand that in life, certain things is not important. You understand that when certain things happen, it have to happen for you to move past certain situation. I remember when I got pregnant with my son, and it was right in the middle of COVID. And I was sitting there and I was like, oh Lord, why? Why? I mean, I did 5 pregnancy tests, 5. And I was like, why this happened now? Because remember, I was in a relationship for 14 years and it never happened. It never happened. And when a man finally left and gone about in business, and you go pick up, and you get knocked. You get knocked for 6. And you sit down and you wonder why. I remember I sat one day and I was crying like crazy. When I said I cry, I mean I cried like crazy. There are certain individuals on social media that I respect. And when I say I respect them people there, I mean I respect them. And reason being, I believe that those individuals, when you sit and you listen to them and you hear where they're coming from and how they deal with their situation, how they're living now, that's the reason why I said that I respect them. But I remember I sat and I cried night after night because I was sitting down. I was wondering, how am I going to manage? How am I going to go? How am I going to do this? Because I couldn't understand how me did I go make it. That is the honestly to God truth. Because this was during COVID. I used to have a business before COVID. I used to operate a restaurant and a jerk center before COVID. When COVID came, I lost it. And that right there, I used to make some good piece of money on Friday night and Saturday night. All my 200,000 on my Friday night. And them money they used to make. So when COVID came, so them big the money they gone. So now you have to learn to swim all over again. And right during it all, you go hear say you're pregnant. You go find out say you're pregnant. You have to wonder. And I remember when I went and I said, no man, me can't do this. Because I remembered I got married at a very young age. And I used to say by the time me reach a certain age, 25, me supposed to have one, 30, me supposed to have the second one. And here am I now, almost 40, finally have one. And me go make, because of the stress, because me don't figure out how me I go do this. I go make my blood pressure knock me out. So me say, no, So I started to view things differently. After I had baby, there was it again. Me say, One day I look at myself in the mirror, I say, no, not a backside, me done with this. And when I said I done with it, people, me mean me literally done with it. You see, nowadays, no matter what you said to me nah make you hot me head. People, my mother might look at me some, me not like talk to you, Me say, huh? Because she will ask me something and me reply. And she said, This is what me say wrong. Me not gonna go around the bush, me gonna tell you as it is. That's how I look at it. I'm going to tell you the truth. Yes, the truth might hurt, but guess what? Would I rather not tell me the truth. So you see, anytime you hear me come here, I may chat nonsense. Some tell me say me chat nonsense. Come off of this. I rather to hear the truth than lies any day. That's so me look at. And what I realize is that since I started acting like, since a change of attitude, how I dealt with or I deal with my problems, realize it better for me. Me not go through them problem there again. Me not have no heap of headache. All when me broke like dog. Nobody don't know say me broke. I saw me look on life nowadays. All when me not have not a penny, me just want to know say my pitney have food. That's the only thing. Me just want to know say you have food, and if anything supposed to happen, me have one little penny where me can run and carry them a doctor. I saw me look on life now. You can't make because of certain things, you stress you out. Me see this lady literally lose her head. When me say the woman mad, I mean the woman mad out because her man left her. What the hell? What you gonna mad out because one man left you? Don't let it get to that. You see, when you see the man left, you say, thank you, Jesus. You finally remove the crosses out of my life. I saw you view it and you just move on. Because you see, sometimes some of them, they block your blessing. So you will be sitting in the relationship with them for years and you think that everything is fine and you struggle. You have problem on top of problem and you say, yeah, stick to it. The person is blocking your blessing. And you see, anytime when you finally can say, yes, this person is my Judas, and you let it go, you're going to realize, guess what? Your basket, a floor, it'll run up. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. Chef Lotian Kitchen. Okay, that is a fake page. Good night, Miss Lotian. How you doing? People, this is one of the person on social media when me love watch too. And anytime she talk, me tea for her something them and come post on my page, me do that with she and Lady V because you see they know where them attack. Enough respect. Thank you so much. And it's a pleasure to have you over here tonight. When I said it's a pleasure, lady, I respect you. When I say me respect you, me respect you. And I'm not joking. I love where you're coming from and what you have achieved. It's a motivation to every single one of we out here. I may talk about it before, so big up yourself and continue doing what you're doing. Yes, people. She threw me off, people. She literally threw me off like a while. But anyway, anytime. Oh, yeah, okay then. I hardly do live. I hardly do live, mostly on weekends because during the week I work. So maybe 1 hour so time in the week I will come. So thank you so much for joining. Right. So you see, anytime you find out who are you Judas, who you just give God thanks. Because whole heap of them block our blessing. And I said it over and over and over. Sometimes you hold on to something, and when you hold on to it, you hold on to it so tight. You realize that you get the headache, you have the financial problem, your back at you, your foot at you, your head at you, all over at you, and you hold on to the same thing, and you wonder why you're going through the struggle, why you have all those aches. And you say, anytime you let it go, exactly, blessing blockers, exactly. Anytime you let it go, you realize that everything change. When I said everything change, I mean everything about your life change. It is just pure blessing flowing. You realize that you're moving to places. If before you were in a little 1999 car, you realize that all of a sudden you can't buy one next, well, a more upgraded one, updated one. If you never have this, you realize that you have it now. And I saw it go. So you just have to understand that God have a way of removing those individuals out of your life because he wants to take you to places and he knows that he can't take you to those places, when you have those people around you. He can't carry you there. So you just have to understand that. I remember yesterday I was in St. Anne and we were there, and trust me, people, when you look on the surrounding, the place nice. I mean, I look on my little boy have the time of life, he might run up and down and he might go on with one bag and I was just sitting there and I was just looking at him and I was like, whoa, God, you're good. When I say God, you're good, I mean God, you're good. I remember the days back in my early 30s. Because you see, here in Jamaica, when you're a woman, well, not even here in Jamaica, overall, when you're a woman and you're married for years and you not have no pitney, it's like a big thing, a big thing. I remember someone said to me back in the days, you're not going to hurry up and have one pitney because before you reach this age, and all of them something. Someone said the meanest thing to me when I was pregnant. And I said, the person look at me and the person say, you're not afraid to have one pitney this at time. You're not afraid the pitney come out handicapped. I was like, what? People, because it was during COVID and I was Irish because me not young. Me a old woman, me almost 40. And when the person said it to me, I was like, when you feel bad, me feel bad. And me start rub my belly and me pray. And me did it, and me did it, and me did it, And I say, no, stop think about it. And you see, when me I look at my son and him a run up and down, and him a chat, the boy can chat. Sometimes you not even know where him a chat say, In chat, I have to just say, God, you're good. Thank you so much. I saw me look upon it. I remembered when I was younger, I said, the first child I want to have is a boy because me love boy pitney. And when I look at it, I realize that God give me my one and only one boy. Me have to give God thanks. I have to give God thanks. You see, when I look at it, and I remember back in the days, I used to struggle, me used to get PR today. And now tomorrow me I go work. Me not even know how me I reach work. Me don't know where me I get gas money from. Back in that way, if me can't drive a car, you have this bus and you take it free of cost. Me used to take. Me used to go meet the bus and jump on the bus and go work. I wasn't supposed to be traveling on it, but me did have to take because me not have no money and me did have to reach work. At them something there. And when you look and you realize that you have overcome all of that and you can say, okay, because of this, because of that, you have to give God thanks. Even when you know it's not perfect, even when you know that people still looking up and people still say, you want like a broke pocket girl, you want like a maga foot girl, but guess what? At least at the end of the day, you're able to pay your bills, you can buy food, you have gas in your tank. You see, when you have all of that, you're rich. I mean, not a joke. You're rich because you have a whole heap of people, then work, and when time then done, then I have nothing. They not even can go work. When they come home, they not have no food in their house. So anytime you realize that you have food to eat, you're rich. You are rich, and you just have to give God thanks for it. So no matter hold on to the problems that you're going on, that you have in your life, don't hold on to them. Look past it and just understand that better things are come. When we say better things, we mean better things are come. You might not see it now, but guess what? It's coming. My granny always tell me, say the darkest part of the night are when day soon light. And that my granny used to tell me, and that is so true. Sometimes you're looking and you wonder, when will this pass? And lo and behold, boom, you get that breakthrough when you least expect it. So when you have your Judases and they do certain things, no, don't cry over it. Don't get depressed over it. Don't let it stop you. Just use that as the stepping stone to go forward. Use it, make a ladder. If them a dig one hole feet, just climb yourself out of that hole and just know that with God, anything is possible. It's not going to hold you down. You're not going to be buried alive. Fight your way through. So guys, thank you so much for joining. Oh Lord, me say anybody that gonna stay long tonight again, look at my son downstairs. So thank you so much for joining. I have work tomorrow, and I hardly stay here. The other night, I realized I stay here for almost 2 hours. And when I done, I say, how long did I chat for? Whoa. But anyway, thank you so much for joining. It was Sandy's World says sometimes you ask God what me do. Oh, Jesus, peace. Sandy's, nobody go pan a one day. Jesus, peace. Me say me I go and I go start. Start me up now. That are the next thing, people. You see, sometimes when God makes certain things happen to you, you sit down and you wonder, what me do now? What could have caused this? Me not joking, I saw it go. What could have caused this? And you wonder what? when me do, when me do. Sometimes you look and you say, why God hate me? Why my cause all of this happening in my life? And you see when maybe about a month, 2 months, a year after, you look back at everything and you have to say, boy, thanks. Thanks be to God. So sometimes nobody asks, how will you do? Make certain things are happening, you know. Just ask the question, why is this happening? And as I said before, you see, anytime you see certain things happening in your life, is how you deal with it, if it's going to become that blessing or that curse. Because some people let them Judas become a curse to them. And anytime you do that, you know, you're wrong. Because you have control over every single situation in your life. And them have it over you, and you have it over it. So nobody sit down and say, when me do. No, not do that. Don't do that. Last week, me tell you about me 2 days what I headache. And me did it, I try to figure out when me do. And you see, when time I look upon it, me realize I don't know what me do, you know. I don't know. Sometimes you have this one thing and you hold on to it because of that one thing, and because God realized that for you to let go, Him have to remove that. For you to let go. And that's the reason why certain things happen. So you know, have to wonder when me do or why me never do this. No. You have to give God thanks. I remember someone was saying to me that she remembered when she met her husband, and when she met the man in her, she said, Lord, why when me do make you bet these crosses coming in my life? She said she did, and she looked on the person, you know, and she said, no, sir. She cussed out the person. She said she never want the person. And it so happened that during COVID period, she lost her job. And people, I guess, who they did the fear. The same crosses where she never want in her life. And when you hear that woman talk about her husband now, Jesus, peace, she's sickening. Me not lie. The woman can't chat about her husband. Oh, my husband cooked my dinner. Oh, you know that it was my husband who did it. Oh, my husband. I'm like, oh, Jesus, peace. The woman can't brag and boast about her husband, you see. The other day when I remember she had talked about how her husband got price smart and her husband buy her this cake and everything because she love it, and she did tell him. And I said, Lord, now they see a man where you. She said, yeah, you see how it funny? She said, you see how it funny? Oh Lord. She said, you see how it funny? Me say, yeah. Because imagine, oh, look how you used to cuss him and everything. And that lady now, she love him, she love him, she love it. They are, trust me, are the cutest set of couple. The couple, then just refreshing. Refreshing. Me not tell no lie. And I saw we have to look, sometimes you wonder what you do, you know, and because of how you are view it, you know, realize, so that same thing where you ask God, when do it for you for? When make you know that a person for, when bring that a person in your life for, you don't realize that that is your greatest blessing. You don't realize. So yeah, question God, ask God why. Hey, he did it because he realized that you need that breakthrough. He realized that you need that blessing. That's the reason why he do it. So anytime you encounter your Judases, just understand that you are the one that is going to determine if it's going to be a curse for your life or if it's going to be a blessing. And all I can say to every single soul that is listening tonight, make sure it's a blessing to you. Don't let it break you. Don't let it break you. So if you have to go write book about it, write book. If you have to go make movie, make movie. If you have to go blog about it and post. Like today, when you see me post my little boy, I run up and down. Yes, because that's my greatest blessing. I have to brag and boast. Because me never expect if you have no pitney, I'm one. So me have to brag and boast upon him and so forth. So just make sure that whenever you encounter your Judas, it is not a curse to you, but take it and turn into a blessing. Take it and use lemon and make lemonade. Simple, put it like that. So guys, thank you so much for joining. It was a pleasure having you. A pleasure having Miss Lotian here tonight. Oh Lord. Yes. So Sandy's World, thank you for joining. The greatest if you're here. Miss Davis, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. It's a pleasure being with you all. I wish you all a wonderful night.